News Radio 570 WSYR. The time is 8:14. 8:30 is the time for the next substantial newscast. In the meantime, let's talk about weight, losing it, and possibly losing it quickly. This is a topic that's near and dear to my heart. We're joined by Dr. James from Dallas. Doctor, good morning. May I reference your name officially one time, or would you rather prefer with Dr. James?
No, Dr. James is perfect. Good morning.
Okay, we will stick with Dr. James. He is a physician in private practice in Dallas, and he is somebody who has some thoughts on weight loss. Now, this is an interesting story. For years and years, we have had doctors and other nutritionists and personal trainers tell us crash diets are bad. If you want to lose weight, cut down on calories, make it gradual, a pound or two a week, do it nice and easy. Because if you crash, it throws your metabolism off. All it does is lead to, ballooning up with a weight gain as soon as you get off the diet. And now there's some research indicating that maybe crash diets, intense diets, are not such a bad idea. What's the story on this?
Well, I think the key points to pull from this article is that crash diets can be helpful to kickstart your diet. So you can lose weight rapidly, and we've kind of debunked that myth that if you crash diet, you're going to gain all the weight back immediately. So the study showed that crash dieting compared to traditional dieting, the amount of weight gain took the same length of time. So you won't gain it back immediately, but you will gain it back. And I think that's the critical point. Crash diets can be used to jumpstart your diet, but they're not good for maintaining weight loss over a long period of time. Now,
again, we need to point out that this is we're not talking starvation. We're talking about something just to jumpstart an actual diet program, a week or two. You're not suggesting people do this for months at a time, do you?
Absolutely not. That's very dangerous. Low-calorie diets are extremely dangerous for a long period of time. We're talking about a few days, maybe a week total, and then that's it. Now, my recommendations are still to change your lifestyle, and that's really the way to maintain an appropriate weight. So that's low fat, no sugar, no refined sugars, no high fructose corn syrup, low carbs, moderate protein, and lots of fruits and vegetables. And that's really the recipe for success.
Now, the medical establishment has had issues with this for a long time, and those of us of a certain age remember the doctor's quick weight loss diet. Remember Dr. Stillman? Does that ring a bell to you, or is that before your time?
That might be before my time.
Okay, well, I am Dr. Erwin Maxwell Stillman, and I am here to help you lose weight. Anyway, his deal was all protein, lots of water. Nothing but protein and lots of water, and the weight would spill off of you. And the medical community said, you got to be out of your mind. And yet it turned out that it was a very popular diet, and he was making the rounds of all the television talk shows, and that. This is a long time ago, obviously. And he passed away several years ago, but he finished the end of his life swearing up and down that this was the right idea. What about one-sided diets like that, all protein and water, that sort of thing?
I don't like those either. You need to have balance. You need to have the proper amount of fruits, vegetables, protein, and carbohydrate, as well as fat. So all protein diets are very hard on the kidneys. So that's why you have to drink so much water so you don't go into renal failure. So I don't agree with the one-sided diet. I like the Mediterranean diet, lots of fish, vegetables, things of that nature. Watch out for the breads. Those breads, think of a piece of white bread like a donut, like a piece of candy. Those breads are metabolized just like simple sugars that we eat.
Thank you, Dr. James. Appreciate your input this morning.